Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. I'm sitting here like nothing ever changed. And we're just continuing this channel, but let me tell you, a lot has changed. It's been almost a year since we uploaded last time. Well, we were a very nice travel couple overall this time. Don't worry, she's still there, but so is someone else. You can welcome Oliver to this channel, who will be our new main character on here.
Now we travel throuple.
Yeah, we are a throuple now when it comes to our vlogs. I also guess at this point my deal is pretty much sealed. I am eternally damned to do content in either Eastern Europe or on some islands. And this will be no exception at all. Welcome to Tenerife, everybody.
Welcome to the biggest one of the Canary Islands, a volcanic archipelago which is located close to the coast of West Africa, but still belongs to Spain and therefore the European Union. With already over 6.5 million tourists visiting Tenerife in 2023, there has to be something about it. And in this series of videos, we're gonna find out what that is. We begin our journey on the west side of the island at Puerto de Santiago, close to the impressive cliffs of Los Gigantes. So join us on our journey through Tenerife.
As one may expect, up here it is already quite windy. What you may not expect is how busy this street is basically all the time. So you got to be very careful because there's a lot of, sharp turns, lots of cars, also a lot of bikes. There's a lot of people with bikes going up that hill, which is crazy. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that. Nevertheless, you'll be blessed with views like that if you make it up here, no matter if with car or bike. I wish I could film more during driving, but with the turns like that, your camera is basically destined to do this. So yeah.
The roads on the northwestern side of Tenerife took us further and further up the mountains and offered some incredible viewpoints for us to enjoy. Slowly but surely, we made our way through the steep and narrow roads to Icod de los Vinos.
Like, there's no sign here that you have to pay for this parking, and we were pretty lucky to find it, so we'll just, push our luck on that one as well and just leave the car like that. Whatever happens, happens, I guess. After about an hour and several stops in between, we made it to Icod de los Vinos. One of the two Icods here. They added de los Vinos in the end to differentiate the one from the other. De los Vinos basically means that they also produce wine here. We had a few roads in between that we had to go by car, and they were like literally 45 degrees. So gotta get used to that, I guess, and sometimes they can also get quite narrow. I don't know, I thought it's fun.
It was weird.
Definitely one of the challenges with a little one, especially with streets like these.
Especially when your wife's pushing. What a helpful husband. Wow.
Now we're all just pushing upwards.
Careful.
Until we reach our goal. Whoop. Or until I fall. We'll see what happens first. That looks nice. Wow. Really not to overlook this building with its style right here. This is the town hall of the city, the town hall of Icod de los Vinos. Maybe we actually gotta check the menus in the restaurants for wine, because apparently this is still a big thing, the wine from this area. It has been like that since the 16th century. So basically exactly at the time when they founded this whole city. Not everything is still as it was back then, but every now and then you see a balcony still looking like that. funnily enough, I was just walking past the street, which has lots of tires here on the ground, and I was kind of wondering, like, what is that all about? And then we saw, or like a lady that walked past us told us, or tried to tell us, because it was Spanish, what's happening here. And then we just noticed that you can actually just get some board and slide down the street, and they closed the street just for that, and have the tires here so that people don't get hurt. That's fun. I would do that. Would you be up to do that?
I would totally do that, but don't you remember Madeira?
Do you think the Portuguese copied the Spanish, or is it the other way around?
I'm not gonna speculate on that. We don't know.
We don't know what we're allowed to say here. Maybe people get offended or throw us out of the country, which would mean they throw us into the water.
Ooh, look at this park.
Maybe that's even where we need to go. I don't know.
Maybe.
But we'll take a look at it. I don't know if we need to go there, but it's a cute place. What a nice view.
It is. That's why I'm standing here.
Lovely. We're gonna see a tree. We're seeing a tree for 10 euros. I tell you, this is gonna be a quite valuable tree. Hooray!
Has been successfully. Good.
Right, so you probably think, who in his right mind would go to pay 10 euros to see a tree? Kinda correct. However, take a look at that tree. The tree that we've been paying to visit. This little tree that you can see here behind me is the Drago Millenario, which is supposed to be, or estimated to be, 1,000 years old. So we have a lot of history in this tree right here. Little did we know that we're not only paying to see a tree, we're actually paying to see many trees, because behind this tree there's a huge park where you can see lots of different trees and apparently also a lot of birds. We cannot go with the stroller because if you take a look at those paths right here, they are probably not fun to walk around with a stroller.
Behind the impressive 18 meters tall tree, you will find the Parque de Drago. On its area of about 3 hectares, you can find a lot more of the famous dragon trees, as well as some more endemic plants from Tenerife and the Canary Islands in general. Making our way back from the park, we stopped by the Mariposario, which we entered for $9.50 per person.
We're gonna see butterflies today. Apparently they land on you, especially me with my flowers and stuff on here. We'll see. So we're not allowed to take them with us. Who would have thought? Gotta say, it's quite nice that it's also very much doable with a stroller, since all of those paths are basically going like this, so that he can also see some butterflies. Yeah? He looks at the wall.
This beautiful tropical garden is the home of a population of 800 butterflies from over 150 different species. As they only live for a few weeks, the variety will be different with every visit.
In case we ever make it out of this parking lot again, we will continue our journey. Let's hope for the best. I mean, we already had luck to find this parking space. Now let's see if we have as much luck getting out of here, because, you know, it's one of the main roads, so there's a little bit of traffic.
Leaving the city, we headed further east to a mirador next to streets of San Vicente, right between the cities of Icod de los Vinos and Puerto de la Cruz.
Around 20 minutes from the Icod de los Vinos, we find ourselves at a mirador called San Pedro at the Rambla de Castro, which we're now gonna take a walk in from here all the way down to the sea. This is basically the way going all the way there and there. So you basically go down there just like you would go with the car, you know, always with those sharp turns, even though it's a little bit easier when you're on foot. We're going into this direction, and if you make it very, very, very far, you will actually end up in Puerto de la Cruz. Question is, does this count as a hike when the ground looks like this?
I think it still counts as a hike as long as you walk up or down or both. And we're going down right now. And yes, roads doesn't matter. And you know, in a hike you can also climb half a mountain. You can go up the waterfall or down the waterfall. Up the waterfall will be complicated.
All right, we have a mini mirador right here. So let's see what we see. The sea. Still not funny. Okay, in this direction we can see bananas. So those bananas right here, you see a lot of banana plantations on the way to literally any city around here. So they are still a very big business here on Tenerife, and they're also quite famous. If we go to the right, there's also a path, but they're not telling us where it leads. This is what the government hides from us. Okay, once again, we are at some crossroad where we would be able to... Hallo? El Fortín. I don't know if you pronounce it like that, but I guess this is where our way is gonna lead now.
No.
Down this... Why is it always no? Why are we never going anywhere?
We go main road.
In the distance we can already see it. The fort, 14, from the sign where she said no. But as destiny wants it to be, we were led back to this path, and we will now see this beautiful fort and the view from it. Also look at those waves, like hell yeah. This looks nice. This is amazing. I could sit here all day. Maybe I will. Who knows?
The Fortín de San Fernando was built in the 18th century in order to protect the coast of Los Realejos against pirate attacks. In the beginning of the 19th century, it was therefore also equipped with 5 cannons, which have now been replaced by replicas.
We just left El Fortín, and we're now trying to get down to that beach that we saw from there. We don't quite know where we're going, but we're just gonna try now. Yeah, let's turn there. Because here it leads up. Oh, that was the way that we saw before. Haha. Going down this steep path. We like steep paths. And from this little bridge, you can already see the massive forces of nature, which is the ocean. Fantastic, let's go down there. And here it is. We made it down all the way to the Playa de Castro. How do we like Playa de Castro?
So
we're next to each other.
we made it to this view.
Something isn't thought through here. If you want to just lay down on the beach and relax, this is not the kind of beach for you, honestly. It could be worse. You know, like right here, of course, the stones also get a little bit slippery, but at least they're all like very smooth. Like the water basically shaped all of them in a very round kind of way, so it doesn't hurt to step anywhere here. Let's see how we navigate this with all of our equipment and stuff. If you look all the way up there, this is our 14, where we've been like 5 or 10 minutes ago. It's been very, very nice at this beautiful beach, and now it's all this way back up again. There you go. We made it back to our Mirador San Pedro. Whew. What a journey.
If you want, you can also continue your journey by driving to the east, and after around 30 minutes you will end up in Puerto de la Cruz. Puerto de la Cruz is one of the oldest tourist destinations on Tenerife and also said to be the touristic center of the northern part. However, we decided to go back into the opposite direction, to a little city which is about 7 minutes away, San Juan de la Rambla.
Right, so now we basically have to walk through the whole city to get to our next destination, but we stopped at a very nice viewpoint, a mirador, to catch some nice views before the light is soon completely gone. Overall, it's just such an interesting blend between like those kind of modern buildings and the buildings with this wood. Like some of them seem very old, some of them, like for example this one right here, they also seem kind of new, kind of modern. So right now we're leaving this main street and we're walking down towards the sea. Are you stopping because there's a stop sign? Made it to the seaside, Charco La Laja, which is where we're now gonna go, maybe, because the way looks like this.
I was gonna talk about this sign. It says that basically there is a current that goes one way in and the other way out, and then there's a zone where you can be rescued, which is somewhere there in the middle of the ocean. But at least you should know that you should just relax.
So all the way down there, there is a natural pool in the rocks, and yes, you can swim there. We don't have our stuff with us though, and it's probably going to be quite cold. Nevertheless, we're going to take a look at that, like, you know, a little bit closer. Sadly not really made for strollers, but otherwise those paths are very well made, very good for walking. And down here, right there, you have the pool, right between those rocks. All right, let's go down there, let's see. Unfortunately, I'm not as tough as those guys are, who are out there on the cliffs, but it's still worth a look, I would say. And now it's all the way up again on those beautiful steps. One final view on the Charco de la Laja. Beautiful place. I'm exhausted. You may be able to hear that because I'm always running up those steps. You know, can't just leave my family alone up there. Those are some quite big waves now hitting this thing. I missed recording the last one, but that was crazy. Nature is beautiful, but also dangerous and unforgiving. You can really see I'm running out of content here, right?